just want the world to know what I'm feeling is from my heart. It comes naturally. It comes naturally. My love is strong. I can't stay away too long. I just can't wait to start to end these little things that keeps us apart. I just want to end this together. Now I'm singing my song. Sing your song, boy. Let's not wait too long. Let's start out loving.
This is Rural Galloway, Cordial Recordings, with Guymon Ensley from Detroit.
Detroit, Michigan. Always been here.
So Detroit, we're releasing the Make Up Loving with it features Bernard Gibson on lead vocals.
Correct.
Ex of the Exportations and Living Proof. When did your musical journey start?
My musical journey started, Raul, professionally back in 1971.
Wow.
While I was in college.
Yeah.
I did my first recording with a campus band back then in a little place called Kalamazoo, Michigan, on the campus of Western Michigan University, where my first college try was.
Yeah.
And actually, for about almost 30 years, I performed and recorded part-time up until about the year of 2000. Then it became full-time for me when I started my band, my jazz band. And we did our first recording in 2003. And that was actually the only album that we've done. I've done some personal projects since then, but the only album that my band and I have done was back in 2003.
Yeah. When did the recording with Bernard?
Bernard was on the This Comes With It album back in 2014.
Okay.
That was one song, there was one of two vocals on that album. That was a full album. That was 8 songs.
Yeah.
And Bernard, I wrote the song and I just needed someone to sing it. And with this voice I got, I couldn't do that. So Bernard was referred to me, and I'm glad that referral came to pass.
So going back to the 70s, did you play with any local bands, musicians, singers?
Sure. I've been playing with my own band, as I mentioned, back since 2000. And I was a hired gun around locally and to sit in at a couple of big bands I played in. I played lead trumpet for a couple of big bands and other ensembles as well, all the way from Latin jazz to classic jazz to R&B, even a little fusion stuff.
Yeah. So did you do any recording sessions with any bands? Sure.
Yeah, I recorded. Again, I was a hired gun. They needed some trumpet work and some trumpet section work done, ensemble work, and I've done a lot of that. And again, since 2000, I've released 4 projects. 3 albums and 6 singles since then. And that was fun, all the way from meditation. Well, the last album was 2019. It was titled Meditative Grooves. It was music for meditation with a funky groove introduced, and a couple of contemporary jazz albums as well.
Yeah. So what made you take up the trumpet in the first place?
Well, you know what? I started playing trumpet in the 4th grade in school, grade school. And I had a good buddy who was a good friend of my brother's, actually, who I really admired. He was a singer, he was a trumpet player, his name was Marvin. And I wanted to be just like Marvin. So I chose the trumpet, and the rest is history.
Have you taken up any other musical instrument? over the years?
Well, yeah, I play all brass. I play trombone, trumpet, tuba, baritone, anything that has a cut mouthpiece. I play it no matter what key it's in. I picked up the Fender bass for a while and didn't become. Well, actually, I've recorded it. I've recorded with Fender bass. I've recorded with drums as well, but I wouldn't consider myself a drummer or a Fender bass player.
Yeah.
I never play them live. I can't do it live. In the studio where I have multiple takes, chance to have multiple takes, that's why I play those. Yeah.
So with Makeup Loving, what was your intention when you first started to write it?
Well, Makeup Lovin', I wanted to add a sort of a Motown Motown groove feel to the album. And I wrote the song from the bass line, you know. And the bass player on that album is the phenomenal Pate Jazzy. He's from Senegal, very popular internationally. He makes his home here in Detroit, though.
Yeah.
And I wanted a crooner. I wanted a crooner like Bernard.
Yeah.
To sing the lead on that, and I think it worked out pretty well.
Yeah. No, the feedback has been good on it so far, and obviously, you know, people knew it before I licensed it, which is a good thing. Yeah,
I got some emails about on that too, asking where they can get it, and I rightfully told them.
So, when do you have any plans to work with Bernard again in the future?
Yeah, Bernard and I are working right now on one tune that I recorded the vocal with myself, and it didn't turn out that well. So Bernard and I are working to re-release that. A little tune called Fun Around the Sun with You.
Yeah.
And we did one session, and we're going to do some more sessions on that to get the vocals just right. So yeah, Bernard and I we continue to work together. Yeah.
Good. That's good. So what projects are you working on at the moment? Because we've exchanged some recordings.
Right.
I have to the jazz one that I really like.
The Yap.
Yes, the one. Yeah.
Yeah. That was, well, actually, I kind of put on the back burner the second project with my band, and the Yap is going to be a feature tune on that album. And I put that on the back burner only because right now I've been knee deep in writing production music for film and television. Been doing a lot of that, and I belong to several libraries internationally. And well, they were in the UK, but now they're in Brazil. It's called Amazing World Music.
Okay.
And I'm writing for them as well as 3 other libraries here in the States. So it's kind of keeping me busy.
Yeah.
Writing production music. Yeah.
But you're working on new music. It's
definitely working on new music. Oh yeah, all the time.
So if you was to pick a trumpet player for an aspiring trumpet player to look up to, who would you advise somebody to have a listen to?
Well, of course, the old classic jazz players, of course, you know, the Miles Davis and the a number of the names escape me right now, but up to date, more modernly, if you will, Terence Blanchard is my idol. He's done a lot of film scoring as well as a lot of live performances. And he just finished a performance here in Detroit with a lot of the top players here in Detroit area in his orchestra that he wrote. There's a young lad here that I saw grow up. His name is Chris Johnson. And he's an outstanding trumpeter, arranger, or conductor as well. Dr. Chris Johnson, I should say. Yeah.
How is he?
Yeah.
How is the music scene in Detroit? How is Detroit on the whole?
Oh man, Detroit has built itself so immensely in the last few years. There was a downtime here during the city of Detroit had some problems, but since then, in about the last 15 years, the resurgence of jazz is outstanding. There's a lot of young guys here that are coming from the universities, Michigan State University, University of Michigan, Wayne State University, that have the jazz studies programs, undergraduate degrees.
Yeah.
And we got some brilliant young guys coming out of Detroit. Yeah.
Yeah. It's I mean, it's quite interesting to hear the different sounds you would get from Chicago and Detroit and New
Right.
York. And there's clear different styles, you know.
It is. It is.
But probably only techno could have come out of Detroit in the manner that it did, you know.
Yeah. Well, you know, the classic jazz scene around here, this area, is, like I said, on a heck of a resurgence. We have the classic trumpet players that come out of Detroit, the late great Marcus Belgrave, and there's a couple of his mentors that are making all kind of noise. You know, Racy Biggs, of course, Dwight Adams, and a bunch of young trumpet players that are really coming up and really making a name for themselves. Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you, Guymon, for your time. You can buy the single Make Up Loving, Guymon Ensley featuring Bernard Gibson on vocals, from our Bandcamp page and 5767.co.uk.
Oh yeah, love so strong. I just want the world to know what I'm feeling is from my heart. It comes naturally. It comes naturally. My love is strong. I can't stay away too long. I just can't wait to start to end these little things that keeps us apart. I just want to end this together. Now I'm singing my song. Sing a song, let's not wait